Hey everyone, it's Alan over at Cobblers Plus, and this is kind of an updated video on these guys here. As some of you or a lot of you have seen already, JR Leather kind of announced that they are closing down. As most of you already know, if you're in a lot of the other shoe groups, you know that they have officially announced that they are closing down their tannery. Now, don't worry, don't freak out. We are in the process of looking into a couple of brands out there. All of us cobblers have been talking it over and trying to figure out what's going to be the next brand that we're after. Some of you already know, some of you commented on my last video about different oak bark tanned products out there that are phenomenal as well. We do have to make sure to consider, certain small details because some of these tanneries are kind of on the smaller side. So all of us cobblers all of a sudden going after these tanneries might not be a good idea. So we're trying to kind of make sure to find that balance of brands and companies that still provide a premium quality product, just like JR Leather sold did for many years. These ones are just not as well known, and because they're much smaller and everything, they can't mass produce nearly enough leather. But in the meantime, I just want to let everybody know, if you are still wanting to do any other kind of resoles, recrafts, or services, those are still available. Day night soles, Vibram, everything that we have on our website and all that kind of stuff is still currently available. Some of the Vibram might be a little back ordered and everything. That's just how the world is right now at the moment. JR Leather, however, I did remove off of our website. As I let everybody know, we're going to have to put that on hold for the time being, just because we're trying to figure out what we can get into inventory. We want to make sure that everything that we currently have already on order, like everybody that's shipped in shoes or brought in shoes or boots or whatever it might be, they want a JR Leather. Everything's already thankfully matched up. We had enough soles for all of that in stock, and I've got some additional ones on order as well. So as soon as all that comes in and I have it in hand, I will be able to kind of repost that as well. This is something that I'm kind of trying to figure out to make sure to do it kind of exclusively for you YouTube subscribers to our channel, because you guys are loyal followers. I do have a couple of pairs set aside. As you can see, I've got these guys in, got a couple of the graffitis in and stuff like that. I have a couple set aside for a few very lucky people that have been part of the channel for many years, who have supported us as well. You guys know who you are. I will be sending you guys messages to let you know, and set a pair aside for you exclusively, and you get to choose. I'm not going to let anybody come in and say, hey, can I order 6 pairs for the next 5 years? No, sorry, I can't do that. I'm gonna give everybody a fair chance as well. If you do 1 or 2 pairs, maybe some of you out there, that's fine. But the next brand that we're going to be using is going to be a phenomenal one that's very comparable to JR Leather. Again, same tanning methods and everything. The process is just we don't know exactly 100% which brand it is. But in the meantime, if you're not after JR Leather, house grade leather works for you, and you just got a hole in the bottom of your soles, we still have that available. It's a great sole as well. It's a super prime leather that will hold up for a very long time. It's just they use animal fats to treat that leather, so it's a little more on the softer side versus the JR sole, where it's a little bit harder and denser. But the next brand that we're going to be using, if you're wanting to, you don't care what brand it is or anything, you're more than welcome to ship in your boots or shoes to us, and we'll just have them lined up so that as soon as we have those soles in stock, the new brand or brands, we'll see which ones we go with. We just have to figure out, again, who can keep up with the orders with all the cobblers nationwide or even worldwide, in other words, and we'll keep you guys all updated on that as well. But also make sure you guys are following us for the updates on what's going on with JR Leather. We don't know enough details yet. I don't have stuff that I can disclose, in other words, because I've talked to a few suppliers, the sales rep and everything here in North America. He doesn't have information that he can disclose quite yet, but they gave me some hints that there's something good coming in the future, possibly too. So we'll see what that's about. I'll keep you guys posted as soon as I find out. Unfortunately, they didn't give enough information for me, even kind of on the down low as somebody who's in the trade. So I'm kind of in the dark just like you guys are. But for the time being, we're not going to leave anybody hanging. You want your premium grade leathers, we're definitely going to have our hands on some premium grade leathers. For the JR soles that we're getting in, like I said, don't start blowing up my messenger and saying, hey, I want this, I want this. We're going to do you know, we're going to do something for the YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed and notification bell icon is on so that we can get everyone kind of squared away as best we can to let you guys know how many pairs we have, you know, what the process will be. Is it going to be first come first serve and all that kind of stuff as well, type of thing. And it's just going to be maybe like a quick burst of ordering. We are not raising our prices. Don't freak out. Don't be thinking, oh, because there's no longer going to be any availability for JR Leather soles, they're jacking up the prices. No, we will not. I promise you that. I promise. We will not do that whatsoever. And again, like I said, if you don't care whether you get the JR sole or the other one, if we do that first come first serve option, don't go to the website and order through there. If we end up activating the JR sole option for a limited time for ordering, just ship them in and then we'll contact you and we'll kind of go from there. We're still kind of trying to figure everything out. We are almost at the 10,000 mark for subscribers. I thank everybody who's been part of the channel. We are growing. I am setting aside one set of JR soles and a set of two sets of JR heels aside, actually, so you can pick between the dovetails or the Vibram JR combination style heels for one lucky winner at the 10,000 mark. We will cover that as soon as we hit 10,000. So if you want to have a chance to win a full recraft option with JR leather soles and combination heels, one or the other, you get a pick. Make sure you're sharing the channel, the videos, and everything with family, friends, or whoever, so that we can get to that 10,000 mark much quicker. I will also be storing away probably 1 to 2 pairs of JR, and then probably 1 to 2 pairs of the other ones that we will be using for replacement of JR as well, very carefully, so that they're nice and safe for as long as possible. And as soon as we hit that 20,000 subscriber mark, we're going to do a little bit of a bigger giveaway. We'll see what we're going to do with that, but we still have yet to get to 10,000. So make sure you're sharing the channel, you're subscribed and everything. The sooner we grow, the faster we grow and everything. And the more likes we get, because those likes help the channel grow as well, the more giveaways we're going to do. You guys have seen me do some giveaways with some of the Saphir polish in the back and everything, but I think it's time to do a bit of a giveaway with a full recraft service and everything. I'll make sure to make the time to do that for you, even though I can't even resole my own shoes. But I'm a cobbler, like everyone says, that old saying, cobbler without shoes. I got shoes, but I just don't have time to recraft them the way I'd like to, unfortunately. So thank you for watching. Today's Saturday, so this update's going on right now. I will also have my full recraft video up tonight. Later in the evening, could be closer to like nighttime. So depending where you are, maybe you're enjoying a nice evening drink or something and enjoy the video. Otherwise, tomorrow morning or whenever on Sunday, enjoy it, relax. Kind of a cool one. I'll give you guys kind of a sneak peek at what it might be. It's a pair of Trasks. What kind of Trasks though, and what we're doing with them, you're gonna have to find out once that video is up, so be sure to stay tuned for that as well. For now, thank you for watching. Hopefully this kind of clears up and nobody's freaking out saying that oh, they're dropping all resoles. No, just the JR soles, just temporarily, until we get figured out what we've got on hand and what we can provide for you. And then from then on, we will still have a premium grade option sole available that is very comparable to JR leather, and we'll keep everybody posted. So we'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, and yeah, just enjoy life.